new paramount ruler for the fourth largest ethnic group in Nigeria. We are happy not just because he has the pedigree, experience, exposure to lead, but that he is also God-fearing. In the new Tor Tiv, we see the virtues of selflessness, forthrightness, non-partisanship, and willingness to work for the collective good of his people, Benue State and Nigeria. We believe that he will play a great role in leading us onto the path of hard work, unity, honesty, godliness, and progress, which we were known for in the past. It is not by accident, too, that God Almighty has given us a traditional ruler who is a teacher, administrator, a development trailblazer at a time that most of the people have abandoned their cultural values, brotherhood, and traditions that engendered peace, unity of purpose, love, as well as respect for elders and leaders. Distinguished sons, daughters, and friends of Tiv here present, the reason for the agitation of a paramount leader, which our forefathers saw 71 years ago, have multiplied today. For instance, the importance of a symbolic unifying father figure, which the personality and office of the Tor Tiv present, is as relevant today as in 1946. His importance and relevance in the state and scheme of things at the national level cannot be overemphasized. As the chief custodian of the cultural values of the people, he is our official voice unto whom the people look for direction and representation at all times. We expect him to shun the murky terrain of partisan politics and we are all happy with his pledge to do so. In recent years, Benue State has been confronted by security challenges, prominent amongst which is the invasion of our various communities by herdsmen, which often result to the killing of innocent people and destruction of property. This occasion, therefore, offers me the opportunity to once again state the stand of government and people of Benue State on the issue of cattle rearing and the solution to present clashes between herdsmen and farmers. Today, we can see that the very prominent dignitaries that are here accepted to come here despite all odds. Despite the fact that today we have a national program going on in Ota, the celebration of our father and leader, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, at 80, and most of these leaders here were invited, but they offered to be here today in their numbers. It is deeply appreciated, and it will not be fair for me to allow you go back thinking that all is well for us here in Benue State. As I speak to you today, Benue State is under siege by herdsmen. And it is the resolve of my government and the people of Benue State to make this passionate appeal to our leaders who are gathered here today to come and help us. The reason we are agitating for cattle ranching instead of grazing is that the land is no longer the same as it used to be in the 50s when cattle routes were designated and grazing areas were carved. Today, we are in Nigeria with a population of over 170 million by 2012 projection. But if you ask me, by 2017, we should be hitting over 200 million. In the 50s, when cattle routes were carved, the total population of Nigeria was less than 40 million. Today, with the upsurge of population, we have seen an increase tremendously in human activities. Schools, hospitals, settlements, marketplaces, federal roads and state roads, and several other things. And more so that today we are talking about diversifying the economy to other sectors, especially in agriculture where we have comparative advantage. And so it becomes extremely very difficult for us to marry grazing at the same time with farming. And so it is the intention of my government to appeal to all of you that are here. I'm happy that the Senate President is here. I'm happy that the Speaker is here. Ministers are here. House of Representatives and distinguished senators are here. And my colleagues, the governors, are here. For us, we are saying that since the land has not increased from the 923,000 square kilometers that used to exist in the 50s, rather it has decreased with the excision of Bakassi from Nigeria. Let us collectively, and just like we borrowed presidential system of government from America, why can't we borrow ranching from America and other parts of Europe and Asia? It is something that can be done. For me and the Tiv people, an average Fulani man or headsman is a friend to the Tiv people. We are all friends. We love them. We like living with them. But the challenge of land is a big problem to all of us. So let us work together by legislating to ensure that we have ranching in Nigeria, just like other parts of the world are doing, including parts of Africa. In South Africa, Swaziland, Senegal, and Kenya are doing ranching, and we can still undergo this. But we keep appealing to our people to restrain themselves no matter the provocation, whether by herdsmen or by farmers. Let us learn to live working with the rule of law and due process. Two wrongs will not make a right. Where there are breaches or trespasses, let them be reported to law enforcement agencies. We have set up committees at the state level, at the local government level, at the ward and kindred level. And we at the state, with the security apparatus of the state, we are willing to support all forms of trespasses and breaches. And we'll give you comfort when you come to us. So I look forward that first we reason with us to help us out of the problems we have today. Today we talk of no other issue than security issues, especially the clashes between herdsmen and farmers. May I call on Tiv sons and daughters at home and in diaspora to always rally around His Royal Majesty with useful ideas, support and prayers that will enable him to succeed in the challenging tasks ahead of him. We must set aside our pride to accord him all the respect that he deserves. Now is also the time to desist from making jest of the office and the pronouncements and decisions that emanate from exalted position. Only that way shall the personality and the office of the Tor Tiv be accorded its rightful respect and dignity by others as it is rightly deserves. Finally, I wish to thank the Central Planning Committee for the coronation headed by Chief Brigadier John Atonkwera, retired, for the wonderful work it has done by carefully planning and executing all the ceremonies for the installation of His Royal Majesty Professor James Ayatse as Tor Tiv V. The event is a huge